Hello students, welcome to another class with me Abhishek Anand. Today I will be taking class on verbal reasoning. Basically I will be taking three sessions here. Three topics would be covered. One is deductive logic, second critical reasoning, and third I'll cover past year para summary questions. Now the detailed concepts of this I have discussed on Unacademy's platform as well. So for theory, detailed theory, you can just go to Unacademy's platform or the app, the the portal version of it, and go through the uh, theory in detail there. Today I'll practice questions. So quickly, brief introduction. This is Abhishek Anand. I did my graduation from SRCC, my MBA from IIM Bangalore. I worked for 5 years with a multinational financial institution before I took the plunge and joined the education industry. Ever since, I have trained thousands of students to top B schools. So what will you get on Unacademy? So the first of all, on Academy, all the educators are taking classes on two platforms, one on YouTube, second on Unacademy's own platform. So if you haven't downloaded the app or if you haven't explored the Unacademy's platform, you're missing out on a lot. So kindly download that at the earliest, explore the app. There are brilliant educators, lots of content which is free to be explored, no cost involved. Once you start exploring the app, I'm sure you'll fall in love with what is there to offer, and you'll upgrade yourself to the paid version. Primarily, what you get on Unacademy would be live classes, daily live classes, live test and quizzes, structured courses, and unlimited access. Unlimited access to both the educators and to their content. Now, when I say the teachers take live classes, so it's not just we do topics randomly or we do few topics. So we have a syllabus wherein we run the entire batch. So for instance, I'm part of two batches right now, which is a weekend batch and a weekday batch. And in this batch, we would be covering the entire logical reasoning, data interpretation section, your quant section, and verbal section. So yeah, so the advantages of Unacademy are they're multifold. Few of them, you get schedule that works for you. So you might be a working professional or a college student with different time constraint, but out here there are so many classes that you'll definitely find a schedule that works for you. No language barrier. So if you're not comfortable in a particular language, explore the app, explore this channel. You see mentors taking classes in a language that you are comfortable with, and again there is no geographical barrier. You can learn from anytime, anywhere. Lots of live tests and quizzes, detailed reports and tests. So Unacademy has got its own mock test series. So you can take the test and then it comes out with detailed analysis. The mentors help you to analyze the test and you get PDF and learning material. Uh, a lot of students ask me how much time should I give to my CAT preparation. For me, it's 1 year because of two reasons. A, the syllabus is vast, and second, your competition is not just your batch who is writing the exam for the first time. Your competition primarily comes from retakers, people who are writing the exam for the second time or the third time. There are many students who clear your fresh IIMs or the baby IIMs, but they opt out of it because they want to give top IIMs for more short. So this is my competition level. So to come up to that competition level, I think you should give it 1 year of preparation. This is purely from academic point of view. From the financial point of view, also it makes a lot of sense to go for a longer version of the product. If you compare, see the difference between 15 month and 24 month, the difference is not that much. Uh, if you go for a 1 month program, the fee, uh, the price differences increases, right? So this was the old pricing. The prices have been revised. The current pricing is this. So if you compare the prices between, let's say, 12 months and 24 months, there's hardly a difference of, let's say, 3500 bucks. But if you go look at only for a 1 month pricing, it comes to 3500. So it makes financial sense to go for a longer version of the product. Okay, as I said, there are lots of batches that we take. I am currently part of extreme batch 2021. I am in that case, I've just finished with my logical reasoning and I would be starting with my data interpretation classes. All right, so topics that I'll cover will be deductive logic, I'll do critical reasoning, and then I'll cover past years para summary questions, right? So let's start with simple questions on deductive logic. So what do you think will be the answer for question number 1? Those who are watching it live with me, you can type in your answer also, guys. This looks very simple. The question types looks very simple, but because we are not aware of this simple concept, at times we are not able to solve logical reasoning caselet, right? So you get such kind of clues in logical reasoning questions also. Okay, so before you mark the answer for this, let's get the theory part of it. So this is in this form: if A, then B, right? So this is the cause and this is the effect. Now, so the cause and effect relationship has been established. Now please understand, A is one of the cause for this effect. It is not the only cause. It is one of the cause for this effect, right? So if A then B, now how will the question be made? In this case, see how the question is made. A fact is given and then you have to say which one is correct, which of the four choices is correct. So first of all, let's understand what it means. So choice number A means that this is a fact, and then when I say option number B, C, it asks you that if B is given, can we conclude C or not? Can we conclude C, yes or not? That is what the question is. So this, from this fact, if we know this is the fact and the option may first choice is given to us, the first variable part is given to us, that has happened. So if B has happened, can we conclude that C will happen? In option number B, which is BD, it says B happens. So can we say D will happen or not? Option number C says that C has happened. So can we say A will happen or not? So this is broadly what the question construct is. So before you start answering the option choice, first of all, you have to understand the fact. So if I say if A then B, right? Now I can give you information on one part and ask you to make inference about the second part. So let's say now I'll tell you that okay, A happened. So what can you say about B? Or I'll tell you that A did not happen. What can you say about B? Right? So for instance, if I say whenever student X comes to the class, I get mad. If student X comes to the class, I go mad. Now this is a cause and effect relationship. This is a fact given. Now I say that the student X came to the class. So what can you conclude about my getting mad? Right? Student X, I go mad. So if student X came to the class, you can conclude that I will definitely go mad. Right? I can definitely say that because if student X came to the class, I will definitely go mad. Now let's say the other information is, you know, student X did not come to the class. So student X is absent. What can you conclude about my getting mad? Will I go mad? What do you think? Will I go mad? It's maybe, maybe not. You know, because there might be some other issues which may make me lose my temper, right? So even if the student didn't come, I might still go mad because this is one of the cause, not the only causes, right? So if A then B, I can give you information about A and accordingly you can make deduction about B. Also now I can give you information about B, which is, let's say I can tell you that B happened, right? So which means you know for a fact that I am mad in the class. What can you say about student X? Did he come to the class? Again, maybe or maybe not. Maybe or maybe not. And if you know that I am not mad in the class, then what can you conclude about student X? You know I did not go mad in the class. So what can you conclude about student X? So nothing in the world that could have made me lose my control would have happened because I'm not mad. So that means student X also would not have come to the class, right? So when the fact is if A then B, I can make only two deductions. The two deductions are, if A happens, B will happen. And the second deduction is, if B did not happen, A would also not have happened, right? So the two deductions are if cause then effect, and no effect means no cause. So whenever you get a question like this, right, a question like this, do not go to the option choices, make your answers beforehand. What do I mean by that? Make your answers beforehand. So what do I know? I know there are two answers. One correct answer is if cause happens, effect will happen. And the second is effect did not happen, so cause will also not have happened. These are the only two definite deductions I can make. The others would be maybe, maybe not, right? So when I say if work hard, I play hard, I know one answer would be I work hard, which is cause would have happened. So that is A. So if I work hard, A, effect will happen, which means I will play harder. So if I work hard, A is given, I'll play harder is AC. So one correct answer is AC. The other correct answer would be effect did not happen, which means I did not play harder, which is D. So अगर effect नहीं हुआ तो cause भी नहीं होगा, which means I did not work hard, which is B. So there are two correct answers, AC and DB. AC is not given, DB is given, right? So that is the correct answer. What does BC says? B says B is given, which is I did not work hard. So listen, this is if I work hard, I play harder. I know if cause happens, effect will happen. If cause does not happen, effect may still happen. Likewise, if effect happened, cause may have happened, may not have happened. Effect did not happen, cause did not happen. So what does BC says? BC says B is given to us. What is B? I did not work hard. I did not work hard, right? So which means cause did not happen. I did not work hard is cause did not happen. So the answer is maybe, maybe not. What does C says? I play hard. It doesn't make sense. BC does not make sense at all. It is contradicting itself. Look at BD. I did not work hard. That means cause did not happen. So effect may still happen. What does D say? I did not play harder. Maybe, maybe not. So correct answer is DB. So the best way to solve such questions is not to look at the option choices. The option choices will confuse you. Do not look at the option choice. Make your own answer. You know there are two correct answers. Then go to the option choice. Let's try this in next question. There are two questions, question number 2 and 3. Give me the answers for question number 2 and 3. So 1 minute each. So after 2 minutes, I'll give you what the answers should be. Okay. So again, I'll make the answer for this. I know there are two correct answers. One is when cause happened, which is I watch TV. I watch TV is D. Then effect will happen. I will top my exam. B. So this is one correct answer. The correct answer second would be effect did not happen, which means I did not top my exam. C. So if effect did not happen, even cause would not have happened. What is the cause? I watch TV. So this would not have happened. Sorry guys. So I did not watch TV. A. So there are two correct answers, BB and CA. Correct answer here is right? Similarly for third, so sorry guys, hot cold. If Mahesh does not eat vegetables, so cause here is does not eat vegetables, and what is the effect? Feels fresh. The first is cause happened, which means did not eat fresh vegetables, which A, so he would feel fresh. Mahesh felt fresh is D. The correct answer is the second one is effect did not happen, which means he's not feeling fresh. He is not feeling fresh is B, which means Mahesh did not eat vegetables would not have happened. Because if effect did not happen, even the cause would not have happened. What was cause? Does not eat vegetables. So does not eat vegetables did not happen, which means he ate vegetables. The answer is BC. AD and BC, only BC is given. That is the correct answer. Right? Most of you would have the temptation to mark uh, this one. Mahesh ate. So it was not there in the option choice. So let me just chuck it. Let's go to the next set of two. Try this. Try number fourth and fifth. Total 3 minutes for both the questions that I discuss. Those are watching live could just type in the answer in the chat box. What do you think is the correct answer? So I'll discuss up till I think 12 to 13 questions like this. Then I'll discuss critical reasoning. After that, I'll discuss last year parasummary, past year parasummary. One more minute, then I'll start. Then I'll give you the answer for these two questions. So again, we know the answers. Do not go to the option choices. First answer would be Nike eats donuts first and then a burger. So where is this? A donut first and then a burger is B. So then he should burp. Nike burped is A. So one correct answer is BA. The second correct answer should be that he did not burp. Nike did not burp is D, which means he would not have eaten donut first and then a burger. So he ate burger first and then a donut. So the correct answer is DC. BA and DC. So DC is given to us. So that would be the correct answer. Now let's look at this one. If Wahi is the captain, Dharamraj will not be in the team. So one answer is Wahi is the captain, which is A. Then Dharamraj should not be the team. Dharamraj is not in the team, which is C. This is the correct answer. First one, AC. It is not given anywhere. Second correct answer should be that Dharamraj will not be in the team did not happen, which means effect did not happen. So the effect was Dharamraj will not be in the team. If this did not happen, which means Dharamraj is in the team, Dharamraj is in the team is not given. So which means of the two definite answers, none were given. So which means now maybe answer could be the correct answer or none of these. So the maybe answers would be that Wahi is not the captain. So Wahi is not the captain is D. So if cause did not happen, which is Wahi is the captain did not happen. So cause did not happen. Your effect may still happen. So which means Dharamraj. So the correct answer is this one, DB. If the cause did not happen, effect may still happen. So Wahi is not the captain. Dharamraj may still not be in the team. So yes. So this is the correct answer. So just make a note of question number 5 because this is a question in which definite answer was not in the option choice. Maybe answer was given in the option choice. Okay. Question number 6 and 7. Again, 2 minutes for this question. Then I'll give you the explanation and the answers. Two questions, 2 minutes. Do not look at the option choices. Make your own answer. Only then go to the option choice. One more minute. Okay. So I know there are two answers. Cause happen, effect happen. So cause is if Ghar ki party wins the elections. So Ghar ki party win one election is C. So if this happens, effect will happen, which means corruption will go down. So corruption decline is B. So one correct answer is CB. The other correct answer would be effect did not happen, which means corruption did not go down, which is D. So even the cause would not have happened, which means Ghar ki party would not have won the election, which is A. So there are two correct answers, CB and DA. DA is not given, so CB is the correct answer. Right? Now for seventh also. First answer is cause happens. Ramesh does not like the weather, which is A. So he will step out. So Ramesh stepped out is C. The other answer would be that he did not step out. Effect did not happen, which means he did not step out. So he did not step out is B, which means even the cause would not have happened. Which means Ramesh does not like the weather did not happen, which means Ramesh liked the weather. So Ramesh liked the weather is D. So the correct answer are AC and BD. So this is given to us. So BD is the correct answer. Okay, this one. 1 minute for this question, guys. Again, do not look at the option choices. Make your own option choices. You know there are two correct answers. Figure those answers. Then go to the option choices. Option choices otherwise will confuse you. Okay. So first answer is cause happen, effect happen. So Virat bowls, Raina will not bat. So Virat bowl is D. Raina will not bat. Sorry. is C. So Virat bowls is D and Raina will not bat is C. Second answer is Raina will not bat did not happen, which means Raina batted. So Raina did bat is A, that means cause would not happen. Virat did not bowl, which is B. So there are two answers. DC is also given, AB is also given, therefore the correct answer is both A and C. So Abhi we did one deductive logic type, which is if A then B. So in this case guys there are two answers. If cause happens, effect will happen. If cause does not happen, effect may happen, may not happen, because this was one of the cause, not the only cause. Likewise, if I look at from B's point of view, and if I say that the effect happened, cause may have happened, may not have happened, but if this did not happen, if effect did not happen, then cause definitely would not have happened. Okay. Okay. Now a different construct, which is only if A then B, or let's say only if I wear a sunglass will I go to a CCD. Okay, same pattern. Now let's say I am wearing a sunglass. So is it compulsory that I have to go to CCD? Again, maybe, maybe not. But if I'm not wearing a sunglass, I will definitely not go to a cafe coffee day. If I'm sitting inside a cafe coffee day, that means I'm definitely wearing a sunglass. If I'm not sitting inside a cafe coffee day, I might still be wearing a sunglass. I might be just sitting outside the cafe coffee day wearing a sunglass. So the difference here is, this is, first of all, this is only. So this is the only cause for this effect. So if the cause does not happen, the effect would not have happened. Simple. Because this was the only cause. I said only if this, then this. So if that cause does not happen, the effect will not have happened. Also, if the effect has happened, and I know there was only one cause for that particular effect, so that means the cause would have also happened. So here also there are two answers. The two answers are, if cause does not happen, effect does not happen. The other answer is, if effect happens, cause does not happen. So here the control is in the hand of the effect. So think of a situation in your life where there is only one thing which could cause you to do something, but then again the choice is yours. Right? So for example, only if I'm happy will I dance. Let's say that is a fact for me. Only if I'm happy will I dance. So if I'm happy, is it a compulsory thing for me to dance? No, I might choose not to dance. But if I present a fact in a manner that if I am happy I dance, that means whenever I am happy I dance. Right? So you need to understand the difference between if A then B and only if A then B. So when you are saying only if A then B, this is the only cause for this effect, but the control is in the hands of the effect. So there are only two answers. The two answers are, if the cause does not happen, the effect will not happen, and if the effect happens, cause would have happened. Yeah. Okay, so now let's try to solve these answers. As I said again, option choices will confuse you. Do not look at the option choices. Make your answers, then go to the option choices. So just a minute for this question, number 9. Only if I watch a movie will I clear my exams. So I know my two answers are, if the cause does not happen, which means I did not watch movie, which is D. So if the cause does not happen, the effect will not happen. What is the effect? I will clear my exams, so that means I will not clear my exams. So I will not clear my exams is B. So one correct answer is DB. The other correct answer is effect happened, which means I cleared my exams. So this should be given to me first. I clear my exams is C. So if this has happened, then that means I would have watched a movie. A. So DB and CA. So this is the correct answer. Now guys, DB is different from BD. DB means D is given to us. Can we conclude B? And BD means B is given to us. What is B? I will not clear my exam. I will not clear my exam. So if this is given, can I conclude D? So if B is given, can I conclude D? I did not watch a movie. As I said earlier, it is maybe, maybe not. You know, only if I am happy, only if happy will I dance. Now BD says, I did not dance. So from that, can you conclude I am not happy? Maybe, maybe not. I am happy. I still choose not to dance. Right? So understand that nuances. DB is different from BD in the sense that DB means D is given to us. Can you conclude B on the basis of that? And BD means B is given to us. Can we conclude D on the basis of that? Okay. Question number 10. Number 10 and question number 11. 2 minutes. Then I'll give you the answer and explain the question. Number 10 and question. One more minute. Then I'll give you the answer. And you type in your answer. If you type in your Okay. So the cause here is only if it is expensive is it a quality product. So I know my two answers. First answer is the cost does not happen, the effect will not happen. So if it is not expensive, is C. It will not be a quality product, which is it's not a quality product is B. The other answer, the correct answer is that I know it's a quality product, which is C. If I know it's a quality product, that means it has to be expensive. A. There are two correct answers. CB and DA both are given to us. Therefore, the answer is both B and C. Right. So this is the answer for question number 10. Let's look at question number 11. Again, the cause is only if I am a moon, I am a star. So first answer is cause happened. That cause did not happen. Sorry. So I am not a moon. So I am not a moon in C. So if cause did not happen, effect will not happen, which means I am not a star. Which is B. One correct answer is CB. The other correct answer is I know that I am a star, which is the effect happens. So I am a star, which is D. So that means uh, I am a moon, which is A. CB and DA. CB is not given. DA is correct answer. Correct answer. Okay, these two questions, I think 1 minute for both the questions. 1 minute. Okay. So here the cause is only I am fit. So one thing is, if I am not fit, if the cause does not happen, which means I am not fit, which is C, so that means I will not play football, so which is D. So one correct answer is CD. Second correct answer is, it is known that I am playing football, which means effect happened. So I am playing football is B. So that means cause would have happened, which is I am fit, A. CD is not given, BA is given. Do not go and look at the option choices, those will confuse you. Always look at your answers. Now this is a different one. Ramesh will either watch TV or will play football. Here, exactly one thing will happen. And one of these two things will happen. Only one of these two things. Exactly one, not both of them. So look at AB. Ramesh watches TV. So if Ramesh watches TV, Ramesh will not play football. What does B says? Ramesh plays football. No, you can't have both. See, Ramesh does not play football, so now Ramesh should watch TV, but D is Ramesh does not watch TV, so neither happen. Here it was 2, here it is 0, I need to have 1. Ramesh does not watch TV, okay, so now he must play football. Ramesh plays football, so it is 1. Yes, this is the correct answer. Either or are simpler ones to use. Okay, so we've done the first part. Now I'm coming to the second part, which is critical reasoning questions. Okay. Try to answer the question. 2.5 minutes to mark your correct choice. Then I explain the answer to you. I give you the answer also. Uh, these question types are a good practice ground for para summary or para summary questions, which comes in CAT. So you can practice CR from LSAT and GMAT material, and there you get questions like this question type. What inference can you draw? So that's a good practice for para summary questions, right? Now in this question, guys, what has happened? A fire took place, right, at some factory, and there were three causes: arson, or faulty wiring or explosion. These were the three factors causes that could have caused fire at this factory. Now, new this thing traces resulted from a leaking truck and were not, as they previously thought, the work of an arsonist. So this one has been ruled out. This cause has been ruled out. So there were two remaining, but it says, in light of all the evidence collected so far, they are currently exploring only the faulty wiring theory. Which means out of the three, this one is gone, and they're only exploring this, which means maybe even this is also gone because of in light of all the evidence collected so far. So they might be exploring this also if this was also possible, but they are now exploring only this, which means maybe even this is out. Now, which choice tells that? That is D. The investigators believe that the fire was not caused by an explosion of factory equipment. Possible, because that's why they're exploring only this. Now let's look at the other choices. Why are they out? Why is A out? The traces of gasoline on the property constitute the only indication of arson that no, we don't know. We don't know that this is the only indication. In fact, this is the indication that this was not an effect of arson. This is the other way around. So this is incorrect. So that is why it is out. B. The gasoline leaving from the truck did not help to cause the truck to explode. We have no information about what happened to the truck. So from these data points, we can't conclude B. Look at C. The investigators have physical evidence that the wiring in the Shelburne factory was faulty. No, we have no. They are exploring it. They don't have the evidence as yet. D. The investigators believe that the fire was not caused by an explosion of factory equipment. Yes, maybe, because that's why they are only exploring this. They have ruled out this. They are only exploring this. That means maybe they have ruled out this also. Look at E. The investigators have until now seriously explored only the possibility. No, we don't know that they have explored only this. So between D and E, close choices were D and E, but between D and E, D would be the correct choice. Let's look at the other question. Question number 15. 2 more minutes, then I'll give you the answer. Try to eliminate the incorrect ones. So basically, it means from the facts here, from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines, which of the following choices can you conclude or can you infer? Each choice will be making a claim. So all you have to decide is whether that claim is backed by the data given above or could be backed by the data given above or not. That is what your task is. Okay. So what has happened, guys? If I look at the construct carefully, the total amount of fat that the average North American consumes each year has held steady since 1950. But nowadays, North Americans consume less animal fat than in 1950 and more vegetable fat containing high levels of saturated fat. So let's say earlier and now, so let's say animal fat and vegetable fat. I'm just giving you a random and more. Okay, so earlier, let's say animal fat, I used to eat 70, and vegetable fat I used to eat, let's say 30. So what was my total fat consumption? 100. Now what I am doing, let's say 50 and 50. So my fat consumption is same, but I am eating more of vegetable fat now, and vegetable fat has less of EFAs. So what has happened now from earlier to now, North Americans are consuming EFAs, less of EFAs. And because of this, and they're saying because of this shift, what has happened? I'm eating less of EFAs, and they're saying because of this thing is happening. Three things are happening because of this dietary shift. And what has happened because of dietary shift? I'm consuming less of EFAs. So which basically means lesser consumption of EFAs are leading to these three things. That is what I can conclude. If I would not have reduced my consumption of EFAs, this would not have happened. So that's an automatic deduction, which is in A. North Americans who consumes inadequate amount of EFAs on average are more susceptible to skin disorders than other North Americans are, because he said that because of this. So from this information I can conclude this. Why are the other choices out? Almost all animal fats contain sufficient EFAs to prevent that. I can't say. All animal fats. Maybe there's a different kind of animal fat. This I can't say. Today, North Americans consume on average more saturated fat and less unsaturated fat than that they did in 1950. Uh, let's look at high level of saturated fats. That I don't know. What is the proportion of animal fat and vegetable fat? That I don't know. The proportion has increased. So overall, if it is same, amount of unsaturated and saturated will remain the same, but I don't know the actual proportion. All I know is the vegetable fat consumption has increased, but I don't know the proportion. Okay, vegetable fats provide more EFAs. This is contrary to what has been said in the paragraph, so that's out. The vegetable fats consumed today higher levels of saturated fat than most. This is again not given, right? So correct answer is A. Question number 16. Try question number 16. 1.5 minutes, then I'll give you the answer, give the explanation also. So here the close choices would be, majority of the students get confused between A and. What has happened? See, in an experiment, Dr. Farag studied houseplants that had flourished for years. Over a 3-day period, he spoke to the plants encouragingly. He then transplanted them outside into a garden and stopped talking to them. Although he continued watering and fertilizing the plants, they soon wilted. When they had not recovered after 2 days, Dr. Farooq became so concerned that he started talking to them every hour. The next day, they began to recover. So from this, there is an error in critical reasoning called error of generalization. And there is also one more error. There is also one more error, which is error of causation versus correlation. These I have discussed at length in my class Critical Reasoning, which is a special class on Unacademy's platform. That's a free class, guys. I've discussed at length various errors which we make, right? So one example of causation versus correlation relation will be, I'm running a coaching center, and bang opposite my coaching center, a banana shake person started his outlet. So my enrollment started because of him, right? Now these two are different facts. So the guy started his shake, let's say his milkshake shop, and my enrollment started increasing, right? So these are two separate facts, but there need not be any causation relationship between them. These might be correlated to each other, but not causation, right? So now out here, look at one mistake is, first of all, whatever I can conclude about these plants and Dr. Farooq. What does A says? A is making an error about generalization, which is talking to plants enhances their health. So which means you talk to any plant, it will enhance their health. It may be true to this case, but not to all. So if I say Gurgaon men are lazy, from that I can't conclude that Indian men are lazy. That's an error of generalization. So that is why A would be out, because if at all you can only conclude about these plants. Also, there may be some other cause that would have led to this. So I'm not sure. So there may not be causation versus correlation. Look at the correct choice C, which takes care of both of this. Changes in growing conditions, because it happened. The condition changed. Indoor versus outdoor, was talking and was not talking, can affect the flourishing of plants, right? So if it happens to 2 3 plants, I'm not saying to all the plants, but it can affect the flourishing of plants, right? So this is not general, right? This is not general. And now I'm not attributing it to talking to the plant, because some condition might have changed. Also, the plants were already flourished, right? It's not that you are starting from day zero. They were flourishing earlier. So maybe there was some other condition that led to this. So C takes care of both the possibilities, right? So there's always confusion between A and C. A is generalization. That's why C beats A. Okay, let's come to the another question, which is this one. What do you think will be the answer for this? Now here, look at this. Scientific, one view of scientific revolution is that they are brought about. So scientific revolution, if it is a scientific revolution, it can be brought about by two things. One is uh, they are brought about by scientific observation, and second is they are just the scientific version of popular ideas. So there is some popular idea and they are just scientific version of it. Scientific version of it. Popular idea, and these are just scientific version of it. So there are two ways in which a scientific revolution could happen. First, it's a pure scientific observation. Second, the ideas was already there. It's a popular idea. You only get a scientific version of it, right? So you get a scientific version of it. So let's say I see sunflower, it moves during the day. So I know there's a popular idea that I call it sunflower because it's got to do with the movement of sun. So this is a popular idea, and now because it's already a popular idea, scientists get a scientific version of that. That why does this happen? So there are two ways, or there could be something. What does it say about the scientific a popular idea? If it's a popular idea and it leads to revolutionary scientific ideas, then revolutionary scientific ideas should be immediately accepted by the non-scientific public. So any scientific revolution, it says, if it comes from a popular idea, it is accepted. It is accepted. It is accepted, right? On the other hand, it says, however, this is the key word, however. What about the other one? If it's a scientific observation. However, if the driving force in the production of revolutionary scientific idea is scientific observation, if it comes from here, then similarity between those scientific ideas and popular ideas is coincidence. Now, if it comes from scientific observation, will it be a popular idea? We don't know. If it happens, it's a coincidence. Now, final conclusion is what has happened? Nearly all revolutionary ideas in science, nearly all of these have met with years of rejection from the non-scientific community. So, how could a scientific revolution happen? Two reasons.
One, a popular idea converts into a scientific version. If that happens, that is accepted by non-scientific community. And there was second, I don't know, it's a coincidence. Now I know for a fact nearly all scientific revolutions were not immediately accepted, which basically means nearly all of them must not be popular ideas, because if they were popular ideas, they should have been accepted, they should not have been rejected. So therefore the correct answer is this: popular ideas rarely lead to the development of revolutionary scientific ideas, because if this happened, then this would not have happened. Therefore 17th, the correct answer is B. 17th, the correct answer is B. Question number 18th. Question number 18th. Okay. Criminologist. Those who propose a rule mandating a life sentence for any criminal who has multiple convictions. Basically, give life sentence to a criminal who has multiple convictions. What is the reason? For serious crimes, argue that it would be a welcome crackdown on career criminals. So you would have a crackdown on career criminals, as in for whom committing crime is like a career, right? So if you give life sentence who have multiple convictions, it would be a crackdown, right? You'll be punishing them, so it would lead to a reduction in such crimes. In reality, however, few repeat offenders are convicted of anything other than minor valuations. What does this mean? This means there are very few such people. Few such people. So for example, if I say that you should have a rule wherein odd even number plates, car plates will be allowed to be on the road on alternate days. So one day odd, another day even. However, very few cars, very few cars are even number cars. This is not a great example, because on the day, when it's an even day, then no car would be there. No car would be there, right? But however, if I say the same example, if I say that every household has both an odd and an even number of car plate. So what am I trying to say then? I'm trying to say that this will not be effective, because you'll have same number of cars. In this case, it says punish them who are who have multiple convictions, give them life sentence who have multiple convictions. But they say reality is there are very few such people. So if even if you pass this rule, it won't have much of an effect because you don't have such category of criminals. So what is the answer? Answer would be A. 18th, the answer would be A. Okay, try question number 19. 2 minutes, then I'll give you the answer. And then I'll move to para summary past year questions. As in, I'll do 2017, 2018, and 2019 para summary questions that have come in that have come in CAT in the past years. For me, para summary questions are important types. They have to be attempted. Give me the answer for 19th. Okay. While studies indicate that university professors spend much of their engaged time in personal research, not clearly related to teaching. So instead of teaching, they spend much of the time on research. It is unlikely that additional financial compensation for, say, a larger course load or longer office hours would be the most effective of various possible means of shifting the focus of their activities. So what do you want to do? You want to shift their focus of activities from research to teaching. They're saying financial compensation would not be the most effective ways of achieving this. Sorry. Now it says this would have been the best means only if the motivation to educate were no more than a mechanical response, right? So which means mechanical response means binary. So you give them more incentives and they'll go in that direction, which is not the case. So this would have been an effective. Giving them more financial incentive would have been more effective if their response was mechanical to it, which means you give them more, they'll shift their focus, which is not the case. Now they say which of the following accurately expresses the main conclusion of the argument? The main conclusion is this one. Monetary incentives would probably be less effective than some other ways that professors might be induced to focus more on teaching activities, right? Because this is not a mechanical response. That is why the answer is E. Okay. Now let's do past year questions of para summary. Okay, para summary. Let's do past year questions. Para summary. Important topic, guys. Para summary. Important thing. So basically, in this, you should try to get the ideas. Try to get the ideas. Whenever a paragraph is written, it conveys some ideas. So try to make a list of the ideas that are being shared. So for example, if I say, I will write cat in 2021. This is one idea, that when will I write cat? In 2021. I am a commerce student. I am a commerce student. So I am not very confident as my font is not that great. Not that great, right? So guys, first of all, focus on the ideas. The correct answer would be that cover most of the ideas. So first is, one idea is I will write in 2021. Second is I'm a commerce student. Third, I'm not very confident because I'm weak in maths. My maths is not that great. Four ideas. So focus on the number of ideas. The correct answer should cover as many as the ideas are possible. Also focus on the incorrect ones. For me, to crack para summary is to focus on the incorrect ones. Every question, every choice would be making a claim. The incorrect one would have an idea which cannot be backed from the data given here, which you've already practiced in the previous section. So let's come to the question. You'll understand from that. Look at this one. What do you think would be the correct answer? 3 minutes for this question, then I explain the answer to you. I'll give you the answer. Give me the answer. What do you think is the answer for? Okay. See, the basic construct is language and culture. Two things. You need two things. Translate a text any language. It is easier to learn a language than to understand a culture. Therefore, if you were to convert a text Indian to learn, see, therefore, an Indian to learn English language, it is not that it is Indian who will find it easy to learn English language. Anybody can learn a language easier as compared to someone to comprehend Indian culture. Translations of Indian text is better left to Indians. So therefore, translations. Let's say if I were to translate something which is written in Hindi in English, that translation should be left to me because as an Indian, for me to comprehend the culture would be much more easier. An English person or Briton or American can learn Hindi language and from Hindi language can convert it back to English, but he would not understand the culture. This is what this text says. Now I have to give a para summary of this. I have to summarize this. Right? Now look at first. While translating, the Indian and the Westerner face the same challenges, but they have different skill profiles. No, they don't face same challenges. Indian might face a challenge, the language challenge to convert it into English. The Westerner would face the culture challenge. So it is incorrect. So this is out. Look at second. At preserving cultural meanings, it is the essence of literary translation. India's knowledge of local culture outweighs the initial disadvantage of lower fluency English. Possible. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Let's look at number three. India's translators should translate Indian text into English as their work is less likely to pose a culture problem, which are harder to address than the quality of language. This compare this with two, or I'll come back to that later on. But even third could be there. Even third could stay. Westerners might be good at gaining reasonable fluency in new languages. It's a generalization error. No. But as understanding the culture reflected in literature is crucial, India's remains better placed. See what this basically says, any Westerner could gain reasonable fluency in any language. It is not given. Also, the second claim made here is any Indian could understand any culture. That is not given. Indians would find it easier to understand, to comprehend their own culture, not any culture. So 4 is definitely out. Now I'm left between 2 and 3. Which one do you think is important? As preserving cultural meaning is the essence. Is this given? Of literary translation. Is this given? That cultural meaning, preserving cultural meaning is the essence. Is this given anywhere, that what is the essence of literary translations? No, it is not given. What is the essence of literary translations? It's not given. That's why this is out, and I'm left with 3. So two things, guys. A, the correct answer would try to capture as many ideas as possible given in the paragraph. Second, learn to eliminate. It would be easier to eliminate the incorrect ones. So to practice para summary, if you practice 10 questions, 10 into 3 would be 30 would be incorrect choices. You should know why these incorrect choices are incorrect. Make a note, make a repository of incorrect answers. Okay, let's go to next question. There have always. Which one would you think would be the correct answer? As I said, try to eliminate. It would be easier to eliminate the incorrect ones. Okay, let's look at come to the choices and let's learn to eliminate. Choice number one, first of all, you have to decide whether all the ideas are majority of the ideas are captured or not, and whether the idea was actually given in the passage or not. So I'm saying the incorrect ones most of the times will carry an idea which was not given in the paragraph. So the storm Harvey is one of the regular annual ones from the Gulf of Mexico. And is this one of the regular? This does not cause storms like Harvey. There have always been storms and hurricanes along the Gulf of Mexico. So from this, can we say that Harvey is one of the regular? No, we can't say that. And also this cannot be the summary of the entire paragraph. This is one of the point. Not it does not capture the essence or all of the points. And also you can't say that it is one of the regular, right? All right. This one of the regulars. Okay, global warming, Harvey are unrelated phenomena. This one I cannot say this. Second, this does not captures all of the ideas, right? Look at second. Global warming does not breed storms but makes them more destructive. Okay, possible. The Clausius-Clapeyron equation, though it predicts potential increase in atmospheric moisture content, cannot predict the scale of damages storms might wreak. Let's look at this one. What does it say? For every half a degree Celsius in warming, there is about 3% increase in atmospheric moisture content. Scientists call this Clausius-Clapeyron equation. This means the skies fill more quickly. Okay, so the first part is given. This part we cannot say about this equation. So this second part is not given about the equation. So this is gone. Look at this one. Third one captures most of the ideas given in the paragraph. Look at fourth one. Harvey was destructive as global warming has armed it. Does it say that? Does it say that global warming armed Harvey, made it more destructive? Look at this one. This does not. This does not cause storms like Harvey. They always used to happen. Right? So the second part, Harvey was destructive because of global warming? No. So look at the incorrect ones. Most of the time, incorrect choices carries an idea which is not given in the paragraph. So the correct answer is 3. The correct answer is 3. Okay, try this one. 20-second. clearly seen this, that is easier to eliminate the incorrect one. So is the classic not what tells me about shared human. Recognize myself as already present in the past. Instead, the classic is what gives access to radically different forms of consciousness, expands them for them the range of possibilities, right? So it does not tell me something about shared humanity or something which I can already relate with. Instead, it gives me access to radically different forms of human consciousness. So look at first, classic is able to focus on the contemporary human condition and a unified experience. No, not unified, not shared, different forms of human. So A is out. Classical work seeks to resist particularity and temporal difference, even as it focuses on common humanity. It does not focus on common out. A classic is a work exploring the new, going beyond the universal, the contemporary, and the notion of a uniform human consciousness. Yes, it goes beyond the notion of uniform human consciousness. Yeah, a classic is a work that provides access to a universal experience of a human race, as opposed to radically different forms of no. As opposed, it goes to radically different forms of human consciousness. All three carries the reverse of what is given. This is the correct answer. This is what I meant by focus on the correct choices. This one. What do you think is the answer? So what is happening here? You're talking about moth caterpillars. What do? They they produce whistle that sound like bird alarm calls, scaring the birds away. First, the scientists thought that the birds they get startled or they get frightened by the loud noise. The noise was so loud that the birds used to get afraid of them. But now that is not the case. More sophisticated, which means what? Caterpillar whistle appears to mimic a bird alarm call. So maybe the birds they had the alarm call which birds make, just to let's say warn birds that something some kind of threat is imminent. So there was a bird alarm call to warn the birds. So they mimic such noise. So birds are not afraid of the noise. They think it's an alarm bell, which these caterpillars mimic, right? And that's how they save themselves. The whistles are impressively loud. They have been measured at over 80 dB from 5 centimeter away from the caterpillar. Consider they are made by a 2-inch long insect. They are such small in size, but the sound of the whistle is so loud, right? So the ideas are, this is, they don't birds do not get afraid because of the loudness of the noise. They get afraid, or rather they take preventive measure because of the similarity of the whistle of the sound to their own alarm bell, right? So that's why they take preventive measure, not because they're scared of the with the loudness of the whistle. No, they think that the whistle is alarm bell given by their fellow colleague or someone, right? So these are important ideas. Now look at which one will be the correct answer. Okay, will whistle periodically to ward off predator birds. They have a specialized vocal tract that helps them whistle. So is this given? They have a specialized vocal tract, let's say, by compressing their bodies like an accordion and forcing air out through specialized holes in their sides. They don't have a specialized vocal tract. They have specialized holes in their sides, not a specialized vocal tract. So because of this, this is out. Uh, this is not the idea. It is not shocking, it's surprising, but this is not the main idea. I'll keep it still. The, compared to one, it is not strictly not, it's not immediately out, but I'll keep it here. North American walnut spings, both colliparous, in a case of acoustic deception, produce whistle that mimic bird alarm calls to defend themselves. Yeah. Compare 3 and 4. In case of, instead of acoustic deception, it's only deception. And here you have camouflage. Camouflage. So do the camouflage? Camouflage means when you adapt yourself to the situation. So for example, lizard is considered to be a camouflage. Lizards camouflage. So let's say if they are in a green background, they change the color to green so that they are not visible. So that is how you camouflage. You look at army. If you have seen army movies, right? They put in branches and they put black colors on their face. What are they trying to do? They're trying to camouflage so that forest may they don't become visible. So that is not given. This part is not given. Acoustic deception is given to us. Deception is what? They're creating the sound of a whistle, which birds think that their own peers are making that sound. That because that's their alarm bell. So yeah, deception is there, and this is acoustic deception. Acoustic is to do with sound, yes, and everything else is correct. So 3 is the correct answer. Third is the correct answer for 23. Okay, 24th. What do you think will be the answer for 4th? 30 more seconds and I give you the answer. You may type in the answer in the chat box. What do you think would be the correct answer? This is para summary. Question is what summarizes the paragraph? Now, okay, now let me give you the answer. See, Socrates disproves argument by finding exceptions to. What is the purpose of finding exception? If you find exception, that means you disprove the argument. In common with Socrates, Bacon stressed it was as important to disprove a theory as it was to prove one. And real world observation and experimentation were key to achieving both aims. So this was in common with Socrates, Bacon stressed it was as important to disprove a theory as it was to prove one, and the real world observation experimentation were key to achieving both aims. Bacon also saw science as a collaborative affair with scientists working together, challenging each other. Now, both Socrates and Bacon advocated clever questioning of the opponents to disprove their arguments and theories. Maybe, right? Uh, disproves arguments by finding exceptions, asking questions to some extent. Clever questioning, is it given? Okay, given by with a way of asking questions, which itself is a core of scientific method. But maybe clever is something I'll keep for a while. But let's say this, I can't remove it right now. Both Socrates and Bacon advocate challenging arguments and theories by observation and experimentation. No, Bacon and real world observation and experiment were key to achieving both aims. What are the both aims? To disprove and to prove one. No, so they were not advocating challenging arguments by doing this. No, this would help to achieve two goals which Bacon said, but were they advocating challenging arguments by observation experimentation? No, Socrates did that by asking questions. This is out. Both Socrates and Bacon advocated confirming arguments and theories by finding exception. No, by finding exceptions, you were disproving argument. You were not confirming argument, you were disproving argument. So if you find exception, you disprove argument. So this is also gone. So your second and third is gone. Both Socrates and Bacon advocated examining arguments and theories from both sides to prove them. Right? So to disprove a theory as it was as to prove one. In common with Socrates, Bacon stressed it was as important to disprove a theory as it was to prove one. So now you're left with 1 and 4. Which one do you think would be a better answer? So this is just going to one aspect. This would show as if Socrates and Bacon were only concerned with disproving the arguments. It covers 50%. They were looking at both sides. Was as important to disprove a theory as it was to prove one. So that's why I'll go with 4. Because first, it's a para summary. You have to summarize the paragraph. First one, if you were to think that this is the correct answer, it would come across that Socrates and Bacon were only concerned with disproving. No, they said it is important to prove as well as to disprove. So fourth would be a better answer. Okay. Question number 25th. Always focus on the incorrect one also, as I've already told you. Learn from the incorrect choices. Because the way to make a para summary question incorrect are limited. The ways are limited. So if you are aware how a question types, how an option choice becomes an incorrect option choice, that would really help your accuracy a lot. 30 more seconds and I give you the answer. Okay. Language is an automorphy found in only in our, this is a scientific term which means a distinctive trait, right? So you might like to look it up and read on this to understand what it means. But from this, you can't say that language is found only in our lineage. It's an automorphy which is found in our lineage, which does not mean language is found only in humans. As an automorphy, it is found only in our lineage. That is what you can uh, say from this. Also, so that is why your first and four is out, because it's a distinctively human feature and it is found only in humans. Language found only in humans, and language is a distinctly human feature. You can't derive this from this line. So 1 and 4 are out, and you'll see this kind of error in majority of questions, right? So only, all, majority does not mean all. So whenever you get words like this in option choices, actively seek whether these can be backed from the passages or not. Why is B out? Many people, many students get confused in number 2 and 3. Can you tell me why 2 is out? Just think why 2 is out. Why is 2 is out? Why do you think option number 2 is out? The option number 2, it says language is not a single uniform entity but the end result of a long and complex process. So language, second says, is a result of something, result of something. And what is second saying? That something, result of something, that something is complex. This is what choice 2 is saying. So did the paragraph says that language evolved from something that was complex? Look at what it says. Uh, Language is a complex bundle of traits that must have evolved over a significant time frame. Does it say that it evolved from something that is complex? It draws on aspects of cognition. Okay. So anywhere in the paragraph, does it say that language evolved from something that is complex? No, it does not say that. Language is not a single uniform entity, but the end result of a long and complex process. It does not say that language evolved from something that was complex. It says language is a complex bundle of traits. It does not say that it evolved from something that was complex. That why that's why second is out. So you have to be aware of such things. Cause and effect. It changed the complete cause and effect relationship here. The correct answer is number 3. The correct answer is number 3. Okay, try this one. this case, what has happened? Open plane offices invented by architects. Two parties, architect, company. Architects had an opinion. Why did they come up with open plane? Because to break down to break down social walls, need to break down the real walls. So that was their intent. Break down social walls. Did companies agree with them? They agreed on breaking down the real walls, but not with this intent. What did they do? To pack in as many workers as they could. So initially if they were to get 5 workers in a place, now they can get 20 workers in a place. So their intent was not this to break social walls, but it was pure business to get as many people as possible. Look at the words, to pack in. You're packing in, not placing, you're packing in. Means uh, maybe you're suffocating people, right? To pack in as many workers as they could. And the typical office plan first half century was a white collar assembly line. So I hope you understand assembly line, as in people, they just do as much as work as possible in a standardized manner. If you look at the industrial era, that's what they're talking. So you created a white collar assembly line, and you're packing in as many workers as possible. Cubicles were interior designers attempting to put some soul back in. So to give the open space cubicles was to give some soul back in it. So because otherwise, if left to companies, they would have completely made it a soulless place. Now from this, you have to answer the question. Let's look at this one. Wall-free office spaces could have worked out the way the utopian inventors intended had companies cared for workers' satisfaction. Wall-free office spaces could have worked out the way the utopian inventors intended had companies cared for workers' satisfaction. I can't rule it out, I'll leave it for a while. Wall-free office spaces did not quite work out as desired, and therefore cubicles came into being. Now this is out. Did not work out as desired. Desired by whom? That is not given. Look at this one, 3. Second and 4, compare second and 4. Wall-free office space did not quite work out as companies don't believe it in a democratic ideology. 4 and 2 is out. What do you mean by work out? Work out means completely failed. It did not work out means it failed. Then what is the benchmark? Now, as desired by architects, if this was written by architects, it was still a better choice. It would have been a better choice. But 2 and 4 comes across as a generalized thing that it did not work out at all, which means it failed. We don't know that. That's why 2 and 4 is out. Now I'm left with 1 and 3. I'm left with choice 1 and 3. Wall-free offices could have worked out the way the utopian inventors, utopian here would be those who believe in ideals, so maybe architects, both the choice have utopian. Compare the choices. Wall-free office spaces could have worked out the way the utopian inventors intended had companies cared for workers' satisfaction. Anywhere is workers' satisfaction given? No. And would they have worked out? As in, would they have been able to work out as their... Hi Ronak. Hello. Yeah, Ronak, do you have a question? Let me complete this question, Ronak. You can leave your question in the chat box then if you have a question. Right. So, where was I? Okay. It says it would have worked out the way the utopian inventors intended. Both the things have the same thing. This part in both the choices is same. Had companies cared for worker satisfaction as they became tools for exploitation of labor. This one you can actually derive from the passage because it says they packed in as many workers as they could and they created white collar assembly line. So it's not a good choice, but I can still, get some data backing that they were exploited, but I can't say that it would have been successful if the companies cared for worker satisfaction because nothing is given about workers' satisfaction. Hi Ronak. So Ronak, this was the last question. In case you have any query or in case you have any doubt, please type it in the chat box. Ronak, do you have any doubt? Do you have any query? What is that? What is the query, Ronak? Okay, by the time Ronak is typing in his query, so what I did today was I discussed few questions on deductive logic. I did critical reasoning and I did past year para summary questions. All of this, the theory of all these questions I have done on Unacademy's platform in the special class format, right? Which does not cost you anything, right? So just go there and explore the Unacademy's app if you haven't done it already. There are lots of brilliant teachers, guys. There are lots of good educators with good content. It doesn't cost anything to explore the app. I'm sure you'll fall in love with the teachers there, with the content there, and then you'll upgrade yourself to the paid version of it, which makes a lot of sense. And the syllabus are completely structured there. What I mean by structured, so when I'm teaching there in a batch, I prepare my 30 classes in advance, right? So 30 sessions in advance, that shows you how much structured the session plan is. So go there, explore the app if you already haven't. Ranak, I'm still waiting for your question. If you're still there, type in your question. Right, guys? So this is my official Unacademy's Telegram channel. It would be there in the description box also. You can subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of sessions on YouTube, and the classes which are free in nature on Unacademy, I notify them on my Telegram channel, so you will not miss out on them. Okay, so I am not getting, Ronak, any question from you, and I have to, because my session is over now, so I'll have to go now. Ronak, in case you still have that question, please put it on the comment section. I'll respond it on the comment section. And if you subscribe to my Telegram channel, I'll respond to your question there also. Right, Ronak? So my request to you is that put the question on the comment section. I respond to that. And guys, if you already haven't subscribed to this channel, please do that. Go to the Unacademy's app, and there are lots of content there. With that, I finished my class today, guys. I hope you liked it. See you again. Till then, take care. Bye bye.